Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, which is entitled as Sannyasa Yoga. Sloka 14 and 15, Part 17. Adhiṣṭhānaṁ tathā kartā, karaṇaṁ ca pṛthag-vidham, vividhāś pṛthak ceṣṭā, daivaṁ caivātra pañcamam, śarīra-vāṅ-manobhir karma prārabhate naraḥ, nyāyyaṁ viparītaṁ pañcaite tasya hetavaḥ. The body of action, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the Supersoul. These are the 5 factors of action. Whatever right or wrong action a man performs by body, mind, or speech is caused by these 5 factors. In this session, we will continue the story from where we left in the previous session. As a conversation was going on between the serpent and Mrityu Devata, Kala Devata came on the spot and then said, he is not cause of this boy's death. And he said that by an action someone has to benefit. By killing this boy, neither I, this Mrityu, nor the serpent and the mother going to get any benefit out of it. So you need to know who is that person who gets benefit by the death of this boy. Unable to find who that person, the hunter was totally lost. And the Kala Devata said, it is the boy himself. He is the one who is going to benefit by his death. How a death could be a benefit? We never heard about something which is negative to be a benefit. For example, when we join a company, we ask a question, what are the benefits does the company give to their employees? We never heard the company says the benefits are you will not get insurance, you won't be able to apply for pension, and also we'll make sure you suffer with tension. These are the benefits that you're going to get by joining our company. How can these things can be benefit? Likewise, the hunter is asking a question, how can he gain a benefit by death? Or how can death itself be a benefit for this boy? And the Kala Devata said, leaving this body itself a benefit for the departed soul. That's the prayojana that he has obtained. The hunter asked, what benefit does he get by dying? Kala Devata said, he was able to finish a part of his karma. Is that not a benefit that he obtained? It is due to our karma we took birth into this world with a particular body, in a particular family, with a particular qualities, and with mix of sattva, rajas and tamas. As we take a repeated birth and go through repeated death, our karma gets reduced. Now let's understand what Kala Devata is trying to say here. We all have anadi kala karma, meaning the karma which cannot be traced back is a big baggage. This karma that we have includes both good and bad, punya karma and papa karma. Because of the punya karma and papa karma, because of these karmas, we take birth. And at this point, we need to understand some important things about karma. After we take birth, whatever happens are not directly because of our karma. It is not that every single thing is predestined. that which we don't have control is called niyata karma. We don't have a choice where we want to be born. That falls under niyata karma. But most of the events that happens in our life are not niyata karma. They are aniyata karma. But we wrongly understand that every single thing that I am going through now is directly because of my karma. It is all niyata karma. But that's not the case. Many things that we are going through in our life are aniyata karma. Say for example, I walk on the street and hit a rock. I may say it is because of my past bad karma that I have to bleed. When I get a good job, I think it is because of my past good karma. When I lose job, I think it is because of my past bad karma. For every small or big things, whether it is bad or good that happens in our life, we directly try to correlate to our past karma. But that is not true. The karma does not have direct influence on our day-to-day activities. This may sound something totally contradicting to what has been heard, what has been our understanding so far, but let patiently hear more. It is due to karma, for sure, we get a birth with a particular body features in a particular family. But the events that takes place during our life journey are not necessarily dictated by our past karmas. If we say that everything that I am going through now is because of my past karma, then it creates a big problem. Me, whether to become a devotee or not a devotee, my karma is going to define that. Whether I should chant today or not, my karma is going to define that. Whether I go to work or not, my karma is going to define that. If we say like this, then we are simply a toy. We don't have any free will or choice in our life. Let's see some more examples here. Prahlad, the great devotee, took birth because of his previous karma, punya karma. Vibhishana took birth due to his previous punya karma, and they were great devotees. This one we understand. But when Prahlad suffered in the hands of his father Hiranyakashipu, if we say that is due to his papa karma, and Vibhishana, who got kicked off by his brother Ravana due to his papa karma, then it really contradicts that they were great souls. We never hear that Prahlad's suffering was due to his papa karma. Never hear Vibhishana suffered due to his papa karma. Of course, the great souls like Prahlad and Vibhishana always thinks when bad things happen, it is because of their previous faults. And when good things happen, they give the credit to the Lord. That is their greatness. The reason we quoted these two great personalities is for us to understand that the suffering and pleasure that we go through are not dictated directly by our previous karmas. Karma gives us birth. That's all. The rest of the things that happens in our life are not predestined. They are not directly coming from our karma. So what happens here is, because of our karma, we take birth, we are born into this world, and after that, the events that takes place in our life, sometimes we are happy, sometimes there are happiest moments, and sometimes there are sad moments, suffering moments. As we suffer, a part of bad karma reduces from our karma account, which is called prārabdha karma. There is sanchita karma and prārabdha karma. Sanchita karma is like a savings account. A part of sanchita karma is taken out for us to take birth, and that is called prārabdha karma. So, as we suffer, a part of bad karma from prārabdha karma reduces. As we enjoy, a part of punya karma from the prārabdha karma reduces. This is what happens. We will be able to understand this with an example. Say we purchase a ticket to an amusement park. We pay $200 for a day to spend there. This $200 allows us to enter the amusement park. After we enter, it is not the $200 that determines what I do inside. I may choose to go in a ferry wheel, or I may watch a 4D movie, or I may get into water games, or I may go eat food in food court. Over there, I have choice of doing whatever I wanted within my capacity and within the policy of the amusement park. But for me to do all this, the first thing is to have entry into the amusement park. What gave me entry to this amusement park is the $200 ticket. And inside the amusement park, some rides and shows may give me entertainment. Some rides and some shows may give some headaches, suffering, nausea. But that $200 of ticket does not define these things. That you should watch this horror 4D movie and suffer. That you should jump into this water pool and have fun. The $200 does not define these things, these details. It just gave us the entry into the amusement park. And the rest is of our choice. But one thing is for sure that's happening without our knowledge. As we go deeper into our activities within the amusement park, and as time passes, that $200 we paid for the entry is reducing. When the closing time comes, we have to exit the park. We can't continue staying there forever because the $200 is only valid for that one day until a particular fixed time. And after we exit, the $200 does not exist. It is drained. It is finished. So if we want to come back again to this park, we have to buy another ticket which is worth of $200 and drain this $200 by performing certain activities which may give happiness or which may produce some sickness. So this is very clear that the $200 does not define my activities directly inside the park. But as I do my activities inside the park, for sure the $200 is getting decreased proportionately. I hope that we all agree to this. Now let's get back to our karma topic. It is due to my karma I take birth into this world. After I get birth, whatever sukham and dukkham, happiness and distress that I go through, experience through my actions, it reduces the karma. When I suffer, my bad karma reduces. When I enjoy, my good karma reduces. Like how the $200 reduces as we move around the amusement park by participating in particular activities. Likewise, the event that happens in our life reduces the karma that we carry. But this karma wouldn't have reduced unless and until I took birth. Unless and until I purchase the ticket, I will not be able to enter the amusement park. Without taking birth, I wouldn't have been able to experience my happiness and distress. Unless I go through this happiness and distress, I will not be able to reduce my punya and papa karma. If I don't reduce my punya karma and papa karma and make it zero, I will not be able to attain liberation. It is not just reducing papa karma, we should also reduce good karma, punya karma. Moksha means free of both punya and papa karma. How will I be able to reduce my karmas unless and until I take birth and go through the sufferings and pleasures? Let's see another example. Say I wanted to buy a laptop. To buy a laptop, I need $2,000. And I buy it by paying that $2,000. Now, it is clear that to buy the laptop, I needed $2,000. Otherwise, there's no way I could have purchased this laptop. But the point here is, it is not that $2,000 that determined and directed me to buy this laptop. But when I do purchase the laptop, that $2,000 is gone for sure. So the truth is, I did not buy the laptop because I had $2,000. But buying the laptop, the $2,000 reduced. If someone says, no, you bought the laptop because you had $2,000, then this $2,000 I had even yesterday, even last year, I didn't buy that time. Or I should have been continuously buying laptops for each and every $2,000 that I have. I'm not doing that either. So yes, it is because of my karma I take birth. But as I do my activities, as I go through happiness and distress, that karma which gave me birth is getting reduced. It is not because of my karma I do this activity. As I do this activity, my karma get reduced. It is not because of the $2,000 that I buy this laptop. But as I buy this laptop, my $2,000 is reduced. Because I had that $2,000, I was able to make a choice that I want to buy a laptop. But that $2,000 did not tell me to buy this particular laptop or that particular laptop, this color or that color. It did not tell me what configuration the laptop should be. That all left to me to make the decision. But finally, when I buy, the $2,000 is gone from my pocket. As I enjoy, as I suffer, that karma, good and bad, is gone from my karma account. Now with these examples and understanding, let's ask a question to ourselves. Who benefits by taking birth and dying? Me taking birth and me dying, who is the actual beneficiary? By entering into the amusement park, who is the beneficiary? It is the person who purchased the ticket. I don't think anyone has a different opinion on this. Similarly, who benefits by taking birth and dying? It is the same person who has the karma, no one else. It is due to the karma he took birth. It is due to the karma he is dead. Because of his birth and because of his death, his karma is reduced. Therefore, this boy is the beneficiary. He is the cause of his death. Therefore, one who gets the benefits need to be blamed, not me, Kala Devata, not Mrityu Devata, not the serpent, not even this mother. By taking birth and by dying, this boy has reduced his own karma. My job, my assigned job, is to simply calculate the time for this Atma to leave the body. But I am not the causer of this boy's death. It is because of his karma I am forced to do my job at the right time. And because of this boy's karma, the Mrityu Devata needs to do his job of taking his life off from the body. And it is because of this boy's karma, the serpent has to do its job of biting him. Therefore, none of us are of fault. It is the child, this boy, who is the cause of his own death. Not the serpent, not Mrityu Devata, not me. So we should know, if I am happy today, I am the causer of my happiness. If I am suffering today, I am the causer of my suffering. Therefore, there is no point in criticizing others, blaming others for our suffering. They are all just instruments, they are all just tools for me to reduce my karma, for me to experience the suffering and pleasure. But they are not the direct cause of my suffering and pleasure. Therefore, O Arjunaka, understand, it is simply due to the child's karma. As a result, this child is dead. It's the child's karma which has been the cause of its destruction. We all are subject to the influence of our respective karma. Like the light and shadow are related to each other, so are men related to karma through their own actions. Therefore, neither myself, Mrityu, the serpent, nor this Brahmana lady is the cause of this child's death. He himself is the cause of his death. Hearing this conversation, Gautami, the mother of the dead boy, who was completely convinced in her mind that men suffer according to their actions, she spoke to the hunter Arjunaka, saying, restating that neither Kala nor Mrityu nor the serpent is the cause in this matter. This child has met with death as a result of its own karma. But the hunter had one last question. He said, I understand now it is because of the boy's karma he must die, which what has happened. But why did you suffer because of his death? That seems to me that his karma is influencing you, affecting you, putting you into this miserable condition of losing a son and going through mental suffering. That means it is clear that someone else's karma is the cause of my suffering. Your son's karma is cause of your suffering. The wise Gautami said, no, not at all. Cause and effect are with the same person. His passing away, his karma is not influencing me to suffer. For this boy's death, his karma is karana, cause. And for my suffering, it's my karma which is karana, cause. Not that boy's karma is cause for my suffering. As per my karma, I have to suffer, somehow or the other. As I suffer, my bad karma reduces. For that to happen, this boy played a role as an instrument, so I can suffer. Therefore understand, his karma is not cause of my suffering, it is my karma for which I am suffering, the loss of my son. The hunter was convinced completely. So the point here is, there's no reason why we have to criticize the tools, the instruments that comes in our life to reduce our karma. If those things doesn't happen, if they don't do what they are supposed to do, we will not be able to reduce our karma. We will be here in this world forever, taking repeated birth and death until that bad karma reduces. If we criticize those people who are giving us hard time and we want to take revenge against them, it's like the child who gets hit by the door and the mother who tries to pacify the child by scolding the door or even slamming the door to say the child that door has been punished for the act. But when the same child grows up, we don't see a similar act from the mother. Also, we know it is not the door which hit me. It is simply because of my inattentiveness which caused this pain of being hit by the door. If we don't understand this, if we don't come to this maturity, then we are still a child trying to blame the door. We should know that these people who come into our life are just an instrument, but it is because of my own karma that I have to go through this suffering. Again, let us be very clear, it is not the karma which dictates the suffering, but because of the karma I took birth, and because I have good karma and bad karma that has to be reduced. As I suffer, the bad karma reduces. As I enjoy, the good karma reduces. Therefore, I should not get angry on anyone. Therefore, I should not try to take revenge on anyone. I should not have any grudge against anyone. After this, Bhishma concludes the story saying that the Kala Devata, Mrityu Devata and the serpent went back to their respective destination. And the mother Gautami became consoled in mind, and the hunter as well. Therefore, Yudhishthira forgo all the grief and attain to peace of mind. Men attain to heaven or hell as a result of their own karma. My dear Yudhishthira, therefore you are not the cause of death of Kauravas. But after hearing the story and conclusion, what Bhishma said, Yudhishthira became more depressed. He said, it is because of whatever the previous action that the boy has done caused him to death. Likewise, it is because of my action that I had done caused the death of these people, Kauravas. Therefore, I am the doer, I am the cause, I am the killer of these people. Hence, I have to suffer for my action. But Bhishma has a wonderful answer to Yudhishthira's concern. Let's see what it is in our next session. Thank you. Namaste. Hare Krishna.